It's the final week here in the New England Football League's 2023 regular season, and we're here in Worcester, Massachusetts for a big game as the Worcester Wildcats take on the Middleboro Cobras. And we welcome you to the New England Football League here on the New England Broadcast Network, everybody. I'm Stephen Earn. The Wildcats and the Cobras are meeting for the second time this season, with this game having much more on the line than the one back in week one, in which the Wildcats won 15-14. A win here for the Wildcats and a Green Jackets loss in Wayland to the Mass Warriors means the Wildcats will be the number one team in the North Atlantic Division. Meanwhile, the Cobras can also win the number one seed with the win and the Green Jackets loss. But also, they could fall to the number 4 seed if the Warriors beat the Green Jackets and they lose here to the Wildcats. The Wildcats could also fall to the 4 seed if the Warriors beat the Green Jackets. And also in Braintree, the Rhode Island Riptide and the New England Bombers are fighting for the number 1 seed in the Maritime Conference. We will get to all of that here tonight as we wrap up the week number 10, the 30th season of the New England Football League here in 2023. Kickoff from Worcester, Massachusetts coming up right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to rock. We are ready to roll here in Worcester, Massachusetts. The Wildcats won the toss. They defer to the second half, so the Cobras and their high-powered offense coming out first. The final week here in the New England Football League's 2023 regular season, we will update you on the games between the Green Jackets and the Warriors, and of course the Riptide and the Bombers as we are underway here in Worcester, Massachusetts. That's a live ball touched there by one of the Cobras. Number 40, he's got to pick it up at about the 16-yard line. Or to the 20, to the 30, and out of bounds about the 30-yard line. We go down and zoom in, as we always do here on the New England Broadcast Network. Week number 10, the final regular season week for the NFL's 30th season. Wildcats and the Cobras both looking to win this game and host the playoff game next week in their respective homes. So the Wildcats, of course, looking to host the playoff game here next Saturday night. Cobras looking to do the same out in Middleboro next Saturday night at legendary Bassett Field, Outcoming the Cobra offense, and number 12, the young gun, I would call him, Mr. Curtis Can, one of the All-Stars for the New England Football League 2023 All-Star Game. Time and date to be determined, but here he looks to lead the Cobras to a home playoff game and potentially even the 1 seed. We'll get to that in a little bit, but for now, the Cobras start first and 10 at their own 30-yard line in this high-powered game here in week number 10. And looks like Census in motion. I could give it. No, it's Jordan Pena. So he scored the game winner 2 weeks ago. He goes nowhere this one. Pena scored the game winner against the Rhode Island Riptide 2 weeks ago, as that game was basically the one that gave us all these scenarios we have. Once again, Cobras and the Wildcats with a win. The Wildcats will host the playoff game with the win and the Green Jacket loss. The Cobras will host a playoff game. A lot on the line here for both teams. A win and a Green Jacket loss for the Wildcats. They'll be the number 1 team in the North Atlantic Division. They'll host the championship game should they win next week. They'll host the championship game here in Worcester on September 23rd. Of course, that's all to be determined. Second down, and actually a loss of 1 on this play from Pena. So second down and 11. Ball's back at the 29. And let's see. It looks like it might call the Wildcats for an offside because they jumped very early. Look, a bunch of Wildcats were ready to jump on that one. Let's get the call. By the way, the game between the Warriors and the Green Jackets has been delayed. They will start at 7:20, so we will get you updates when they become available. We'll also update you toward the end of this game in the game between the Bombers and the Riptide. That game starts at 7:30 out of Braintree. We'll be at about the third quarter, around 7:30 at the time of recording. So actually a false start against the Cobras. So going backwards here on their first drive. It'll be second down at 16. Ball's now back at the 25-yard line. Can in the shotgun. And pitches out. And there's number 30. There's Gerard Walker. Walker down the sideline. Still going. Spinning away to the 45. And finally, now down about the 49-yard line. He was hit by his own teammate initially. But Walker got out of that tackle, the one that wasn't supposed to be a tackle. And he gets their midfield. A big first down for the Cobras. And a gain of about 23. On a second down and 16, he gets 23 and a first down for the Cobras. Ball officially at the 48-yard line, so that is officially a gain of about 22. First down, handoff here. There's Walker again. Walker up the middle, big hole. into Wildcat territory inside the 40. So Gerard Walker with 2 big runs here for the Cobras, getting the ball into Wildcat territory. Now we have a whistle to see if anybody's down. Doesn't look like anybody's down. Scoreless game here, 12.5 left in the first quarter. The Worcester Wildcats and the Middleboro Cobras both fighting for a home playoff game next weekend. By the way, speaking of next weekend, the Maritime Conference, they end their regular season next weekend as the Ravens and the Reapers meet out in Vermont, September 17th. First down, ball to 37 for the Cobras. And hands off again to Walker, and Walker gets to about the 35, so about 2 yards on that one. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a win and a green jacket loss to the Mass Warriors. The Wildcats will be the number 1 team in the North Atlantic Division. They will host the playoff game next week and potentially the championship game on September 23rd. They hosted the championship game in 2019, in which they lost to the Western Mass Blitzen Bears, whose season has come to an end. They will not play next week, their scheduled game next week. Or is it this week? One of the two. I think it's this week, actually. They're not going to play their scheduled game this week. And they're done for the year. They finish winless. But we'll talk more about that later on in this game. We have a big one here. Second down and 7. We are at the 11:30 mark here in the first quarter. Still scoreless. Cannon again in the shotgun. And false start, question mark. Walker jumped. Looked like they were trying to trick the Wildcat defense, but I don't think it worked. I think they fooled their own guys. That's a false start on the Cobras. Backing them up 5 yards, and the ball will be back at the 39-yard line. So trying a little trickery, and they tricked themselves. Not a good look for the Cobras. And now it'll be second down at 12. If the Green Jackets defeat the Warriors tonight, they will be the number 1 seed in the North Atlantic Division no matter what happens. And get this, ladies and gentlemen, I just found this out today. If the Cobras win and the Green Jackets lose, the Cobras, if they win by 13, could be the number 1 seed in the North Atlantic Division. A lot going on here tonight. Can on second down. Plenty of time. Throwing it down the field. Has 2 men there. It is caught. And there he is. The man, the myth, the legend. It is Paul Census. There were 2 receivers in the vicinity, but Census comes away with the grab. And it looks like they're inside the 10. It's going to be first and goal for the Cobras. Oh, nice play there by Ken. Had plenty of time in the pocket. Got it away and got it to his guy, Paul Census. I apologize for the window frame again, ladies and gentlemen. We have that problem here a lot in Worcester. First and goal, ball's at the 9-yard line. Can hands off to Walker. Walker breaking tackles inside the 5 and finally brought down. Not about before he gets a few yards on that play. So we're going to be calling the young gun. Curtis Can has led the Cobras to the postseason and a potential home playoff game and potentially even the number 1 seed in the North Atlantic Division here in 2023. Just an amazing story for the Cobras. 8-time NEFL champions making their return here in 2023. Second and goal, ball officially at the 5-yard line. We're about the 10-minute mark here in the first quarter. Still scoreless. Can hands off again to Walker. Walker is fumbled the football. He fumbled the football. Let's see who has it. It looks like the Wildcats have it. Wildcats initially got on top of it. Now they're going to say the Cobras got it back. What a break for Middleboro. And it's going to bring up third and goal. But that was close. For a second, it looked like Walker got into the end zone. But then we saw the ball pop out. And it looked like one of the Wildcats got on top of it. Refs rule it, Middleboro ball. So it'll be third and goal at the 4. 9.5 left first quarter. We are still scoreless. Again, we'll give you updates from the Green Jackets and the Warriors as they become available. That game is delayed. Will be played around 7:15 in Wayland, Massachusetts tonight. So this is the first game kicking off here tonight, week number 10. The game between the Bombers and the Riptide scheduled for 7:30. Third and goal at the 4. 9 minutes left. Hand off here to Pena, and Pena is going to be stopped short He gets to about the 2-yard line and nothing more there. And so, big decision here for Coach Justin Pike. And the Cobra offense, what did they do? And it looks like they're going to go for it. Off camera, Ken and Pike are discussing what they're going to do here on 4th down. They are definitely going for it. We know that much. Let's see what they can do here. Again, both teams vying for a home playoff game. So this is a huge 4th down here early on in this game. 8.5 and counting here in the first, the scoreless game. We are here at General Foley Stadium in Worcester, Massachusetts, wrapping up the league's 30th season as we head into the postseason next weekend. And now we have a whistle. And the Cobras call a timeout, so let's take one with them. Big 4th down when we come back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. 4th down here for the Cobras. 8:16 left in the first. 4th and goal at the 3. Can rolling out. Pressure. And he is going down. And the Wildcat defense come away with a big stop. The stop there by number 0. Let's get you a name if we have one. There are a bunch of number 0s. We don't have a number 0, so it's a win for the Wildcat defense. Their offense now coming out, led by quarterback Tim Bushy, who we all know and love. Of course, being the broadcast for the Wildcats last year, we saw Bushy do his thing. Last year, the Wildcats, we didn't mention this before, the Wildcats were the 3 seed in the 2022 NEFL postseason. They fell to the Southern Vermont Storm in the semifinals. This year, they have a chance to be number 1 once again. They were number 1 back in 2021. The year they lost, I said 2019 earlier, I meant 2021. They lost the championship game to the Western Mass Blitzen Bears after a 10-0 season. 1st down, Worcester, ball at the 10. 8:06 left in the first. First time to see the Wildcat offense here tonight. Bushy fakes, throws, short, pass caught. And the defender falls down. Number 27 with the grab, it looks like. He gets inside the 30, a big gain. And now we flip our notebook over and get you the name for number 27 if we have it. Apologize for the camera, folks. A lot going on over here. The pass caught by number 27. I don't believe we have a number 27 listed on our roster. But it's a big 1st down. Ball is officially at the 32-yard line. Tim O'Neill, number 4, coming in motion for Worcester. 7.5 left. First quarter, scoreless. Bushy, hands off. Into about the 36-yard line goes the running back. So we got a number, looks like number here. Well, I see number 83, I believe, but I'm not too sure. 7:15 counting, gain of 4 officially, so ball at the 36. Now, we were worried a little bit that there might be a little lightning here in the area tonight. Obviously, that's the reason the Warriors and Green Jackets has been delayed. There's lightning in the area. We did see a little lightning here earlier, but we got lucky. No lightning. 2nd down. Oh, it's Givens Perry with the handoff. Xander Givens Perry spinning away down to the 45. And that's another 1st down for the Wildcats. And there's one of the top guys in all of the NEFL. Xander Givens Perry running the football. And that's a 1st down for the Wildcats. So again, we were worried that there might be a little lightning happening going on. There was rain prior to kickoff. But we got very lucky that no lightning is here tonight. Even if there's rain, we don't really see it. Might hear it a little, but don't really see it. So we got very lucky. Thank you again, Mother Nature. 1st down, Worcester. Handoff to Givens Perry. And Perry into Cobra territory to the 45. Another big run. And he will, if he does not have the 1st down, he'll be very close. Very close to the 1st down if he doesn't have it already. And the marker reads 2nd down, so it'll be 2nd down and 1. Ball's at the 45. We're still scoreless as we reach the 6-minute mark here in Worcester. Wildcats defense made a big stop. Let's see what their offense can do here. Bushy fakes, throws, short pass caught. Number 27 again. Cutting back outside, trying to make a move here. And oh, what a hit there. Rocked by number 34. Let's see if we have a name here for 34. It looks like we do. But that was a big hit there by the defender. It's number 27 trying to make some moves, trying to get some extra yardage. He got Number 34, Stades France. Should have that somewhere on my roster. I do. There it is. So a big hit there by Stades France. Leads to a 3rd down and 6 here at midfield. See if the Cobras defense can make a stop. Bushy hands off to Gibbons. Perry up the middle, and he will have a Wildcat first down as we've reached the 5-minute mark here in the first quarter. Quarter gone by very fast in this game, which two teams are fighting for a lot here. Again, both teams with the win get a home playoff game next weekend. Loser with the Mass Warriors win could fall to the 4 seed. Again, the Green Jackets defeat the Warriors. The Green Jackets win. They are the ultimate number 1 seed, and the championship game, should the Green Jackets win next week, will be in Glens Falls, New York on September 23rd. And I know all these other teams out here in New England don't want to go all the way to upstate New York. We got a measurement here to see if he got the first down, and he is short. So it's going to be 4th down. That's what the scoreboard reached 4th and 1 at about the 45-yard line. So it's going to be very close. And the Wildcats are going to go for it now. Cobras were stopped on the 4th down on their first drive. Let's see if their defense can make a stop on 4th down here. Maybe a big 4th down. We reach 4:25 and counting here in the first quarter. Still scoreless. Big 4th down for both sides here. And Bushy is going to call. Sounds like that it's going to be a neutral zone infraction against the Cobras, and that's going to be a first down for the Wildcats. So a break for Worcester. They're going to get the first down on penalty. And it is. So the Wildcats get the first down off the penalty. The clock is stopped with 4:04 left in the first quarter. We're still scoreless. You're watching the New England Football League here on the New England Broadcast Network. I'm Stephen Err. We are here at General Foley Stadium in Worcester, Massachusetts for this week number 10 matchup. These two teams met back in week number 1, so it's been a while since they've seen each other. Wildcats came out on top in that one, 15-14 out in Middleboro. Cobras looking for revenge and for a home playoff game next week. These two teams could face off once against one another. Seems like the more likely scenario, no matter where they play. First down, Worcester, ball to 39. Bushy hands off to Gibbons Perry, cutting it to the outside. Gibbons Perry, gets to about the 35-yard line. And finally pushed out of bounds. Clock stopped. 3:39 left. Again, the Western Mass Blitzen Bears, who finished winless, their season is officially over. But we all knew that this was a rebuilding year, and I don't believe we told the story about that team. We saw the Blitzen Bears just once this season, week number 1, when they played the Mass Warriors. They lost 37-13. After the game, owner and head coach Steven Torres told me he told his entire team, well, he didn't really tell them to go play for the Western Mass Raiders, but pretty much everyone from the Blitzen Bears went to play for the Western Mass Raiders. Raiders now fighting for a playoff spot in the East Coast Football League. So best of luck to them in their game tonight. 2nd and 7, hand off to Gibbons Perry again. And Perry gets stopped for maybe a yard, maybe 2 on that one. It's going to bring up 3rd down here. 3:10 left in the first. We're still scoreless. Cobras had a long first drive, could not get anything out of it. After going for it on a 4th down inside the 10, they were unable to punch it in. Wildcats chewing up this clock here in the first. Facing now a 3rd down and 5 at the 34. Oh, we want to be the last to wish everybody a happy Labor Day. Hope you enjoyed your final unofficial weekend of summer. Of course, summer starts 2 weeks from yesterday, so 13 more days until the cool weather, until spooky season, as a lot of people call it. 3rd and 5. Bushy pumps. Plenty of time now, rolling out. And throws. Incomplete. Intended for number 27, goes out of his hands. And the Cobras defense makes a stop Let's see what the Wildcats do here. It's 4th and 5, 2:19 left in the first. Do they go for it again? They're 1 for 1 thus far here tonight on 4th down to conversions. And Bushy and the offense, they are indeed staying out there on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down here for the second time. We reached the 2:10 mark. You can see the clock. Top left of your screen. Wildcats going for it on 4th down. 4th and 5 at the 34. Another big 4th down here for both sides. Cobras looking to make a stop. Wildcats already 1 for 1 on 4th down. Bushy. Rose over the middle. It's caught. And the sandwich is number 88, but he has the first down, and the Wildcats are now 2 for 2 on 4th down. That is Matthew Morrison with the grab, and he is sandwiched by number 0 and another guy who I didn't see the number for. Well, that is all right, number 16. That is a first down for the Wildcats. Ball officially at the 18-yard line. 1:20 left in the first. Let's see if the Wildcats can score here before the end of the quarter. And Bushy hands off to Givens Perry, who gets to about the 14-yard line for a gain of 4. 1 minute left here in the first. Long drives by both sides. Wildcats still going. We have 50 seconds left. Look at a score here before the end of the first quarter. Both teams once again are looking to host a playoff game next week with a win. Wildcats look for the number 1 seed. With a little help from the Masked Warriors. They need the Warriors to defeat the Glensfell's Green Jackets tonight out in Wayland to earn that number 1 seed. Cobras need a win. Green Jackets lost and a little more help to get the number 1 seed in the North Atlantic Division. Second down and 7 here. Ball at the 15. Bushy hands off to Givens Perry. Up the middle has a hole. Inside the 10. Near the 5. Finally ball down. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of the first quarter. No points from either team as they look to host a playoff game next week. We go to the second quarter in a scoreless game. We'll be right back. You're watching the NEFL right here on NEBN. Start of the second quarter, everybody. We are scoreless here in Worcester between the Worcester Wildcats and the Middleboro Cobras. You're watching the New England Football League here on the New England Broadcast Network. I'm Stephen Err. On first and goal from the 8, gained up to Perry, and Perry gets about a yard, and then he's pushed back. So give him about a yard, if that. The Masked Warriors and the Glensfell's Green Jacket team will start in just a few minutes. The game between the New England Bombers and the Rhode Island Riptide will also start in just a few minutes, so we'll get you updates when they become available from both of those games. Again, the Riptide and the Bombers are vying for that first seed in the Maritime Conference. Official from Stephen Maycock, the Bombers must win and win by 16 points to get the number 1 seed in the Maritime Conference. And we have a timeout by the Wildcats. So we'll take take another timeout. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. So we're already at 4th down and goal. Not sure how we got there, but here we are, ladies and gentlemen. And so, James Villanova will look to give the Wildcats the first lead of the game. 14:33 left in the half. Oh, he fumbled the snap. And the Cobras make the stop this time. And so we remain scoreless here in the second quarter. 14:29 left in the first half. We'll be right back. You're watching the NEFL right here on NEBN. After the Wildcats failed to make a field goal attempt, the Cobras are back on offense. First down ball to 25. We are still scoreless here in the second quarter. And you are watching the New England Football League here on the New England Broadcast Network. I'm Stephen Err. We are here at Foley Stadium in Worcester, Massachusetts. And that's going to be a full start on everybody but the center. So the entire line for the Cobras jump off on that one. And then they go back it up 5 yards. New England Football League's postseason begins next weekend as the North Atlantic Division begins their postseason. Maritime Conference will begin theirs on September 23rd, the same day the North Atlantic Division has their championship game. Season ends on September 30th when the Maritime Conference has their championship game. Stay tuned to find out whether that game will be in Braintree, Massachusetts, or Cranston, Rhode Island. Stay tuned to this one to see if the first round will be held in Middleboro, Massachusetts, or in Worcester, Massachusetts. Or if one of these teams will go to New York for the first round. Apologize for the blurriness, folks. Trying to fix that real quick. Zoom out. Here you go. Zoom back in. Get back to the best quality we can. Down the sideline. Has a man. It is caught. And there's Roger Dillingham. Breaking tackles. Breaking away. Dillingham to midfield. And probably about down at the 49-yard line. Big play there for Roger Dillingham III. A huge gain of 29 and a first down for the Cobras. And that's the big play. First big play of the night on either side when it comes to offense. The ball officially placed at the 49.5-yard line. They put it around midfield. First big play of the night for either side here on offense goes to the Cobras. Finds Roger Dillingham for a 30-yard gain. First down, Middleboro.
What's that?
Middleboro, first down.
Yeah. No, he just wasn't here tonight.
And a handoff here. Number 33 gets back to midfield and not much else. So again, weather delay out in Wayland between the Warriors and the Green Jackets. That game will start in just a few minutes. Warriors win, they could avoid being the 4th seed. If they lose, they're the 4th seed no matter what. Well, both of these teams looking for the Warriors to defeat the Green Jackets. Wildcats looking to be the number 1 seed. And as well are the Cobras. Of course, both teams need a win here tonight. And then they need the Warriors to defeat the Green Jackets out in Wayland. And later tonight in Braintree, the Bombers and the Riptide fight for the number 1 seed. If the Riptide win, they are the number 1 seed. The Bombers must win and win by at least 16 points to be the number 1 seed. So we'll keep you updated as they become available. 2nd and 10, 12.5 left first half. Still scoreless. Close snap, hands off. Number 22, that's Jordan Pena. Gets inside the 45 to about the 44, so that's a gain of 6. Pena again scored the game winner 2 weeks ago against the Riptide, handing them their 2nd consecutive loss after a 4-0 start. And that set up this exciting week number 10. If the Riptide had beaten the Cobras 2 weeks ago, they would have clinched the number 1 seed. Of course, the Wildcats had something to do with it too. They went out to Glens Falls 2 weeks ago, and they shut out the Green Jackets 12-0 in a situation where if Glens Falls had won, they would have clinched the number 1 seed, and we wouldn't be here where we are tonight. But we love the drama here in football, so bring it on. 3rd and 5, ball at the 45. And again, we apologize for the buzzing, by the way. Hand off here to Pena, and he is met almost immediately. And he's going to be a few yards short of the first down, so let's see what the Cobras do. They're 0 for 1 thus far on 4th down. Will they go for it again? Let's see. It looks like the offense is staying out there. Both teams know that there's a lot on the line here tonight, so they're taking all the risks. And here comes Cobras are going to go for it on 4th down, for the 2nd time tonight. We reached the 11-minute mark here in the first half, and yeah, we're still scoreless. This might be one of those 3-0 games in the end, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned to find out how this one ends. So here we go, 4th down and 2 for the Cobras. 0 for 1 thus far on 4th down here tonight. Yeah, we apologize for the buzzing. 4th down and 2. Hands off. Walker, he's not going to get there. And there's the big man, looks like number 26, Al Price, making the stop. And the Cobras once again fail to get a 4th down conversion. So the Wildcats offense comes back out. 10.5 left first half. We are still scoreless. And we will be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. Scoreless here with 10.5 left in the first half. Reminds me of the game we did for the Cobras against the Glens Falls Green Jackets on July 22nd. That game was scoreless, headed into the 4th quarter. And all of a sudden, the offenses came alive. Glens Falls scored first. Middleboro answered. Bushy throws over the middle. Wide open is Jared Skellig down to the 40. So right up the gate here on this drive, Bushy finds Nicholas Selick for a big first down for the Wildcats. As you hear the cowbell, you got some Nicholas Selick fans here tonight. About hit the 10-minute mark here in the first half. Still scoreless, but the Wildcats now inside Cobra territory. And talking about that game between the Cobras and the Gunsel's Green Jackets back on July 22nd, that is a candidate for Game of the Year thus far. Cobras only won 7-6, but how exciting was that? Two historic teams going at it against one another, and a great finish in the end. First and 10, ball to 40 for the Wildcats. Bushy hands off to Gibbs Perry, cut to the outside and brought down at about the 38-yard line. So about a gain of 2. So the Green Jackets and the Warriors just about ready to kick off from Wayland, Massachusetts. With the win, the Green Jackets are the number 1 seed no matter what else happens. With the win, the Warriors, they could avoid being the 4 seed, but if they lose, they are ultimately going to be the 4 seed in the North Atlantic Division, and potentially, or most likely, will go to Glens Falls, New York next week, which means these two teams will meet once again, either here in Worcester or out in Middleboro, depending on what happens on tonight. 9 minutes left here in the first half. Second down and 9, ball to 39. A lot of 9s going on. Bushy throws, pass, caught, number 27 with the grab. And only a short gain, getting to about the 32-yard line. So a gain of 7. It'll be third down at about 2. 8.5 left here in the half. Still scoreless. Now their offense has been able to click too well to start this one. But we know both teams have big offensive powerhouse players. So I'm sure we'll see some scoring here eventually. For now, it's the defense getting the job done. And here's a big third down. 3rd and 3 from the 33. As you reach the 8-minute mark here in the first half. In a scoreless game here from Foley Stadium, Worcester, Massachusetts. And Bushy hands off to Gibbs Perry to the outside. Bushy Gibbs Perry.
In the back.
And it's going to be close. The marker reads 4th down, so it looks like Bushy. I keep saying Bushy. It's Gibbs Perry. It looks like he is short. And now the marker reads 1st down. So Gibbs Perry did get the 1st down by just the slightest of margins. Ball now officially at the 30-yard line. 7:40 left. We're about halfway through the first half already. It's still scoreless. So again, we might see a game like we saw July 22nd between the Cobras and the Green Jackets. Again, stay tuned. You never know. Obviously, both teams are vying for a home playoff game next week. And hopefully, and again, both teams hoping the Warriors defeat the Green Jackets. Wildcats will earn the 1st seed if that happens. Cobras with the win, earn the 1st seed if the Warriors win as well. Bushy throws over the middle, and it is caught. Caught there by number 2, the first time we're calling Anthony Baxter's name here tonight. And that's another 1st down for the Wildcats, gain of 15. Under 7 minutes left here in the first half, excuse me. Wildcats looking like they might score here first. Well, let's see. It's 1st and 10 at the 15. Bushy hands off to Gibbs Perry. Got it inside. Gets a couple yards. Again, waiting for updates from the game as it just kicked off, so we might not get much for a little bit between the Warriors and Green Jackets, and still have a few more minutes before the Bombers and Riptide kick off from Braintree. Next week, Colby Smith makes his NEBN debut as my color analyst. So this is the final solo broadcast for now. We'll have a couple solo broadcasts during the ABA season. Stay tuned. Our schedule for the ABA on NEBN comes out October 1st. Very excited to be working with Colby for the ABA 2023-2024 season. For now, we wrapped up the NAFL season, and right now we have a 2nd down and 8, ball to 13 with 5:50 left in the half. Apologize for the buzzing. Bushy fakes. Plenty of time. Now he's going to roll out to his right. And he's going to throw into the end zone and overthrows. Man, throw through McNeil. So it'll be a 3rd down and 8. 5:32 left in the half. Ball goes into the darkness. Obviously, if you get closer to the autumn season, the sun goes down a little earlier. Soon enough, we'll have 5 p.m. sunsets. I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm not looking forward to those. I am looking forward to this 3rd down and 8. See what happens.
Now it's a flag.
Oh, now a flag comes in.
Yeah, he was over the line of scrimmage for the ball.
So it's an illegal forward pass against Bushy. So let's see what happens now here. Bushy was over the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and a minivan. It'll be 3rd down and 18. Ball's back at the 23-yard line. And we have 5:32 left here in the half. We are still scoreless. Wildcats had a chance to kick a field goal, but the snap was fumbled, and they were unable to kick the ball. Cobras, meanwhile, are 0 for 2 on 4th down conversions. So defensive battle here in Worcester. In the final week of the regular season here in the New England Football League's 30th season. What a season it has been. Nobody's folded. Everybody has respect for one another. And we have drama here in the final week. We have drama right here. 3rd and a minivan. Bushy fakes, throws, short, pass caught by O'Neal. And Tim O'Neal gets to the 25. Might have actually lost a couple yards. And so it will be 4th down and long. Let's see. Wildcats looks like their offense is staying out there, so they're going to go for it for the 3rd time. They are 2 for 2 on 4th down. So officially looks like no gain on the play by O'Neal. So we've reached the 5-minute mark here in the first half. And the Wildcats offense staying out there. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. A humid night here in Worcester, but a little breeze coming in. And thankfully no lightning. 4th down and a minivan for the Wildcats. Bushy pumps, throws to the end zone. It is incomplete. Intended for Selig. No flags. So once again, no points. 4:36 left in the half. We are scoreless. See if the Cobras can put something together before the end of the half. We'll be right back. You're watching the NFL right here on NEBN. 4:36 left in the half. Scoreless game between the Middleboro Cobras and the Worcester Wildcats. It's not the game I was expecting this one to be this low scoring. But a handoff here on 1st down was like Pena again. And he's going to get to about the 29-yard line. And well, that'll be about a gain of 5. Try to get you updates from the game between the Mass Warriors and the Glens Falls Green Jackets. They were in a lightning delay. So a 6:30 start became a 7:15 start out in Wayland tonight. So this will be the first game to end here in Worcester. It's the Bombers and Riptide don't start till 7:30. And of course, once again, the Warriors and Green Jackets, they had a lightning delay on Wayland. But they should be ready to kick off here if they haven't already kicked off. 2nd and 10 here for the Cobras, trying to get something here going before the end of the half. 2nd and 5, excuse me. Had to change the scoreboard. And here to Pena. Pena breaking tackles, has a hole. And he gets about to 34. Close to a 1st down if he doesn't have it already. And they're going to say he does. 1st down, Middleboro. 3.5 left in the first half. We're going to see if the Cobras can put some points on the board. Be the first points here tonight. So 1st down ball is at the 34. And Ken hands off again. About the 38, gain of 4. 3 minutes left in the first half. Yeah, both teams can earn the number 1 seed with a win and a loss by the Glens Falls Green Jackets. Winner hosts the playoff game regardless, even if they're the 2 seed. And on second down, Can fakes, throws up top, man, wide open, almost intercepted. Nice coverage there. Looks like Alan Britton, number 32, and it is Alan Britton on the coverage for the Wildcats. The receiver looked like Census was wide open, and at the last second, Britton jumped up and almost made it another defensive play, which we've seen a lot of here tonight thus far. Third down here, 2:35 left in the first half. Scoreless game. Wildcats, Sweden, this is a surprise. We came here today and saw the Wildcats wearing their white jerseys. Cobras rocking the red. That was something new. Must be because of the heat wave you have up here in New England. Kind of like how the Dolphins, Cowboys, and Bucks usually play home in their white unis. Anyway, third down here for the Cobras. Over the middle, caught! Pena, big first down to the 41. And the clock continues to run, 2:25 and counting. Let's see, looks like the Cobras are going no huddle here. Try to fool the Wildcat defense. Ball officially at the Wildcat 42 with 2:10 left now in the first half. Again, hands off on first down to Walker, spinning twice, getting inside the 35 to about the 32-yard line, getting closer and closer to field goal range. And now a whistle. I don't see anybody called timeout. A couple substitutions. Elias comes out. 1:51. The clock is stopped. 1:51 left here in the first half. Cobras have the ball at the Wildcat 40, and out to 36. Not 30. Oh, 31. That's right. Sometimes a little hard to see from where I'm standing. Scoreboard officially says ball's at the 32-yard line. 1:51 left. First down, Middleboro. Look at the points. Put the points up here for the end of the half. In this scoreless game. Pressure. Rolling out. Throws wide open. It's Dillingham to the 22, and he should have a Middleboro first down. And they are definitely field goal range now. I'm going to put some points up here for the end of the half. And again, they do a no huddle. So first down, ball at the 22-yard line. And a handoff here up the middle. Nice run there inside the 15. About the 13-yard line, close to a first down. 1:20 left and counting. Once again, Cobras using the hurry up. Second down and 2, handoff to Walker, and he'll have a first down to about the maybe 9-yard line, not the 10. Clock stop with 1:05 left. And once again, the Cobras, they're wearing out this Wildcat defense here, looking to put the first points up here in the game. First down. Should be first and goal. Handoff here and stuffed immediately. Might have lost the yard on that one. We are now at 50 seconds left. Neither team using any of their timeouts. Looks like potentially the Cobras could be just looking to settle for a field goal here. Take a 3-0 lead into the half. And that would be a victory for either side here. Second down and 10. 30 seconds left in the half. And a handout here. Census has a hole into the end zone for the touchdown. And our first score of the game comes from the Middleboro Cobras. Paul Census gets into the end zone, and the Cobras lead at 6-0 with 24 seconds left in the half. Of course, we saw Census score the game winner against the Glens Falls Green Jackets back on July 22nd, handing the Green Jackets their first loss of the season. Now it looks like... Oh no, they have the kicker coming out, Blackley. He's going to come off the extra point. 6-0 Cobras, 24 seconds left in the half. Wildcats still have all 3 of their timeouts. See if they can put some points up on the board before the end of the half. Oh, they fumbled the snap. Blackley's going to have to take it, and the extra point is no good. Paul Sensis scores the first points of the game. It is 6-0 Middleboro. We'll be right back to end the half. You're watching the NFL right here on NEBN. Paul Sensis scores the first points of the game. And the Cobras lead 6-0 here with 2 seconds left in the first half and a squib kick. Taken to about the 46-yard line for the Wildcats. So we're going to zoom back in here, get back to the action. Whoa, the brightness is way up there. Let's put that down a little bit here. There we go. Much better. And I'll zoom in a little more. 19 seconds left. The Cobras lead 6-0. Both teams looking to host a playoff game next weekend. Wildcats looking for the number 1 seed with the win and a Mass Warriors win over the Glenn Green Jackets. If the Warriors lose, there's a potential of them falling all the way down to the number 4 seed should the Warriors win. And that would mean that the Cobras would get the number 1 seed. And these 2 teams could meet again in the 1 versus 4 matchup next weekend. A lot could happen. We have so many scenarios here in the final week. We just can't keep up. And the Cobras call a timeout, so let's take it with them. 19 seconds left in the half. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. Wildcats have the ball at the 48-yard line with 19 seconds left, looking to score before the end of the half. Cobras put the first points on the board on their last drive. Paul Sensis ran in for a touchdown. First down, Worcester. Bushy. Throws short pass caught by number 27. And he has flipped over. What a hit there. There's Thranz again. And a whistle. Looks like another timeout. Wildcats call timeout. We'll take one with them. 8 seconds left. We'll be right back here on the New England Broadcast Network. 8 seconds left. So this could possibly be the last play of the half. Ball at midfield. And Bushy. Pressure. And have to run. Throws short. And incomplete. Intended for Givens Perry. 3 seconds left. Now it looks like we'll just have one last heave to the end zone. See if anybody can come down with it. Otherwise, the Cobras go to halftime with a 6-0 halftime lead. It's 3rd down and 8 at midfield. We'll get you an update. Start of the second half from, if we can get one, from Wayland. As the Warriors take on the Green Jackets. Looking to avoid the number 4 seed with the win. With a loss, they're the number 4 seed, and they will most likely travel to Glens Falls, New York, take on the Green Jackets. And these 2 teams will meet once again next weekend, whether it be here in Worcester or out in Middleboro. Stay tuned to find out what happens. Final play of the half. Here we go. Zoom out to get you the best possible view. And they're going to hand off to Perry. No, heave to the end zone. They're going to take it into the locker room. And that's it, folks. That's the end of the first half. The Middleboro Cobras lead the Worcester Wildcats 6-0. We'll be right back for our halftime report. You're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. Let me welcome you back inside our broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Stephen Earle. The Middleboro Cobras lead the Worcester Wildcats 6-0 here at halftime at Foley Stadium in Worcester, Massachusetts. The lone score coming from wide receiver Paul Sensis, who scored on a rush touchdown toward the end of the half. The Wildcats had a chance to score twice, but failed on a 4th down on their last drive, and were unable to kick a field goal after the fumble snapped on the last attempt. Meanwhile, the game between the Warriors and the Green Jackets is still on a delay and is scheduled for a 7:45 kickoff. So we're unable to get you an update at this time, but be sure to stay tuned. We will get you an update once we get one from Wayland. We'll also get an update from the game between the Bombers and the Riptide as those 2 teams face off for the number 1 seed in the Maritime Conference. For now, let's get back to the action. The second half from Worcester kicking off right now. Part of the second half, everybody. The Middleboro Cobras lead the Worcester Wildcats 6-0. They're in Week 10 of the New England Football League's 30th season. We are here at Worcester, Massachusetts at Foley Stadium. I'm Stephen Earle. You're watching the New England Football League here on the New England Broadcast Network. A winner hosts the playoff game next weekend. The Cobras looking like they're in the driver's seat to do that. As we start the second half, picked up by Tim O'Neill about the 30-yard line. Neal to the 40. Excuse me, that's Selig. 44. Looked like number 4, but 44 gets about the 42-yard line. Let's zoom in now. And now a flag comes out. And look, they get to another flag comes out. So not what. And a third flag comes out. Oh my goodness gracious, we're having a load of laundry out here on the field to start the second half. 3 flags coming out. A lot of words being exchanged here. As we mentioned, the Cobras and Wildcats, these two teams are looking to host the playoff game next week. Wildcats looking to get their 1 seed with the win, and the Green Jacket loss. That game, by the way, is still delayed. Delayed to about 7:45, so it should be starting here soon if there's no more lightning in the Wayland area. According to PA announcer John Brennan, the lightning just missed Worcester, just passed over it. People out here in the crowd got their umbrellas out, so it might be raining again. But no lightning. We once again thank Mother Nature for letting us play a clear game of football. And a personal foul against the Cobras.
44 started this thing.
And it looks like Thaddeus France might have just been ejected from this football game. Not too sure. Everybody's backing all the way up. But France made such a face to look like he might have been taken out. And nonetheless, ball is placed at the 28-yard line. And the Wildcats offense is still on the field. So, what starting field position for the Wildcats here? Down 6-0 to start the second half. They get the ball at the Cobra 28-yard line. After looking, there must have been a few penalties there on the Cobras. First down, Worcester at the 28. Great starting field position for the Wildcats. Bushy fakes. Pressure rolling out. He's going to run. Bushy to the 20, out of bounds, inside the 20, about the 18. And in the 2 years that I've covered Tim Bushy, called games for the quarterback for the Worcester Wildcats, I've never saw him run before. That is the first time I've ever seen Tim Bushy run with the football. How about that? He only got a couple. Well, actually, he actually got a first down, so that was an impressive run there by Bushy. And now, officials timeout. Marker reads second down. The scoreboard now. It's not fixing the scoreboard. It was an 8-yard run by Bushy. Ball is officially now at the 20-yard line. So, second down and 2. So you start the second half. An 8-yard rush by Tim Bushy. And hand off to Gibbons Perry up the middle. And he didn't get much there. Once again, game between the Mass Warriors and the Glens Falls Green Jackets still delayed due to the lightning in the Wayland area. So we're not going to be able to get you much updates from that one. We'll just see who wins this game and see who wins that game. And then the playoffs will be set for the North Atlantic Division come next weekend. Either the Wildcats or the Cobras will host a playoff game. One of these teams could earn the number 1 seed with the Glens Falls Green Jacket loss. But if Glens Falls wins, it's all but locked in. And I didn't mean to rhyme, but it happened. Get to that more in a moment. First down at 17. So Gibbons Perry got the first down on that last carry. Bushy pumps, throws over the middle, and it's intercepted! Pass is picked off. And he's still going, but they blew the whistle. Intercepted by, it looks like number 7 for the Cobras. Let's see if we have a number 7.
Yes.
We don't. What a stop there for the Cobra defense. At the great field position. Offense can't get anything going for the Wildcats. Cobra's offense comes back out. Looking to expand on their 6-0 lead. We'll stay with you here. What an interception, though, by number 7. Getting the ball back for the Cobras. Big dire situation here for both teams. Again, if the Green Jackets win, they're the number 1 seed no matter what. The Warriors are the 4 seed no matter what. The Warriors will go to Glens Falls next week. And these two teams will meet again next week, either here in Worcester or down in Middleboro, Massachusetts. It's a wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. more likely than not, we will make our... Colby Smith, by the way, I mentioned this earlier. Colby Smith will make his debut with NDBN as an analyst next week. Whether he'll be out there with me in Middleboro or up here in the booth with me here in Worcester. For now, 6-0 Cobras, 13:38 left in the third quarter. First down, ball is at the 8-yard line after the interception. Can in the shotgun. Pena in motion, and they're going to hand off here to Walker. Walker cut it to the outside. Gets to about the 10, maybe 11-yard line. A couple yards there. Well, we mentioned this earlier. The Maritime Conference ends their regular season next week, September 17th. The Ravens and the Reapers. And apparently, those two teams are vying for the third seed, which I thought, because the Ravens defeated the Reapers earlier, just this last weekend, Labor Day weekend, Reapers clinched the third. The Ravens clinched the third seed, I should say, and the Reapers would be in fourth. Apparently, somehow, there's still a chance that the Reapers can get the number 3 seed, and the Ravens could fall to the fourth. But we'll see what happens next Sunday, September 17th, 2 p.m. from South Burlington High School in Burlington, Vermont. The Reapers take on the Ravens in the final, officially final, last game of the 2023 NFL regular season. Gain of 4 there. Ball is at the 11-yard line, so it'll be second down at 7. Reach the 12.5-minute mark here in the third, and now a whistle. Cobras take a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back. You're watching the NFL right here on NDBN. 12:32 left, third quarter, 6-0 Middleboro. Defense made a big stop not long ago, especially through an interception inside the 10-yard line. Cobras now looking to expand on that lead of theirs and head for a home playoff game next weekend. And hands off and to about the 15-yard line, so a gain of about 4, being up third down and 3. So it'll be big third down here once again. Big third down for both sides here. The Wildcats looking to make a stop, get the ball back to their offense. The Cobras looking to expand on their lead, which is very slim as of now as we sit here with 12 minutes left in the third quarter. The Wildcats lose and the Warriors win. The Wildcats could fall to the 4 seed, and they could wind up going... Oh, they can go, again, we mentioned this already, they can go to Middleboro, and that could be the 1-4 matchup next weekend. And the 2-3 would be the Warriors against the Blue Jackets, so a lot could happen. Stay tuned. Third down, Can throws, and overthrew Census. And so the Wildcat defense gets a stop, and the Cobras are going to punt for the first time tonight. The first punt from either side here tonight. With his specs, I wouldn't assume that the Cobras are going to go for here on their own 15-yard line. The first time tonight, we're going to see a punt. And funny enough, ladies and gentlemen, Curtis Can, their quarterback, is also their punter. This guy can do it all. We're going to zoom out and get to the best punt camera we can. And Gibbons Perry standing back at his own 48-yard line. You see him at the end of the left of your screen. Gibbons Perry at the 48. First punt of the night from either side, and a whistle. Timeout Wildcats, so we'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. It is fourth down. The Cobras are punting the first punt of the night. Gibbons Perry now standing back at the Cobra 49-yard line. And nice punt here by Can. And that's going to take a Cobra bounce. Back inside Wildcat territory, down to about the 47-yard line. So great field position again for the Wildcats, coming back out for the second drive here in the second half. The last one, obviously, they started at the Cobra 28, due in part to penalties. Unfortunately, Bushy threw an interception, giving the Cobra the ball right back. Now with 11:03 left in the third quarter, Wildcats have it at their own 47. 6-0 Middleboro. Lone score of the game coming at the end of the half. Paul Census taking a handoff from Can and running into the end zone. Both teams looking to host the playoff game next week. There's a good chance these two teams could meet again next week out in Middleboro. we'll see what happens in this game, and again, the game between the Warriors and the Green Jackets. Wait for updates from the game between the Bombers and the Riptide. Winner of that game gets the number 1 seed in the Maritime Conference. Bombers need to win and win by 16 points to get the number 1 seed. Bush down, Worcester, ball at the 47. Bushy, pressure rolling out. Now he's coming back, throws to Givens Perry. Into Cobra territory to the 45, spinning away, and finally brought down inside the 45. A great play there for one of the best athletes in the NFL, Andrew Givens Perry. They'll have a first down for the Wildcats. The ball is at about the 42-yard line of the Cobras. 10.5 left here in the third quarter. A whistle blown. We'll zoom out just a little bit here to get you the best possible view we can for you, as we always do here on the New England Broadcast Network. First down, Worcester, ball at the Middleboro 42-yard line, excuse me. Bushy hands off to Givens Perry. Perry cutting outside, tripped up, nice play there. Short gain for Givens Perry. We reached the 10-minute mark in the third quarter. Game between the Green Jackets and the Warriors has been delayed for over an hour now due to lightning in the Wayland area. Just missing us here in Worcester. So we hope that we get some updates before the end of this game. If not, we'll have to play the waiting game to see where these two teams will play next weekend. Pushy hands off to Givens Perry. Cut to the outside again. Cut back inside. Bringing guys with them inside the 35 to the 31-yard line. Another great run there for Givens Perry. And it's another first down for the Wildcats. There's 9.5 left in the third. Wildcats looking to take the lead, and now a flag comes out. We're going to see what happened after the play, but this is going to be an unsportsmanlike against somebody. That flag came in after the play, and it's against Middleboro. Oh, it's add an extra. It's a personal foul against Middleboro. Add another 15 yards to the run by Givens Perry. First down, Worcester. Ball will be about the 24-yard line now. Worcester looking to take the lead here. Cobras scored a touchdown, missed the extra point. So James Villanova, extra point can give the Wildcats a 7-6 lead. And so they score. Now actually ball is actually at the 15-yard line. So a big penalty there against the Cobras. We're going to zoom in just a little bit. First down, Worcester, ball at the 15. And Bushy hands off to Givens Perry up the middle to the 10-yard line. A game of 5. Wildcats knocking on the door for the second time here in the first half. The first time they threw an interception inside the 10. Give the ball back to the Cobras offense. Looking to not do that here. A lot on the line for both of these teams here in this game. It's been a low-scoring game, but it's been an exciting one to say the least. 2nd and 5. Bushy might change the play at the line. High snap, Bushy hands out to Selig, who has it now. And he'll get about 3 yards. Bring up third down, short 8:20 left in the third. 6-0 Middleboro. A win for the Wildcats and a Green Jacket loss. The Wildcats will be the number 1 seed. A win for the Cobras. And a loss by the Green Jackets. The Cobras could be the number 1 seed. Warriors, well, they can win and avoid the 4 seed. It's the best they can do. They'll be on the road regardless next week. Big third down here for the Wildcats. Big third down for the Cobras. Bushy throws short, wide open, and he misses, man. Number 27 was wide open to his left, and he just overshot him. And Bushy with the fire truck. Hopefully you didn't hear that, YouTube. We're not trying to get kicked off. But Bushy knows that was a bad pass. So it's going to be 4th down and 2. And the Wildcats, for the 4th time tonight, are going to go for it. They are 2 for 3 on 4th down here tonight thus far. Missed on their last attempt. 7.5 left here in the third. Cobras looking to make another big stop here in the red zone. They already have one here in the second half. talk about story of the game being defense. Big fourth down. 4th down and 2. Ball is at the 7. High snap, Bushy. End zone. Incomplete. Out of the hands of number 20. And another big stop for the Cobra defense. They'll get the ball when we come back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. Another big stop by the Cobra defense inside the 10. They have the ball at the 7-yard line, leading 6-0 with 7:14 left in the third. And off here. Big hole. Nice run by Pino. Still going into the 15. About the 14, officially. A nice run there by the NFL All-Star. Getting about 9 yards. So we reached the 7-minute mark in the third. Again, if you are a fan of defense, you're going to enjoy this game. And a lot of it. Lone score of the game coming at the end of the half. A handoff to Paul Census. He takes it into the end zone. Extra point was no good, and that's where we stand here in the third.
Just handed off the walk.
It'll be 2nd down here and 2. Ball at the 15. Cam pitches out, and not much doing there. Enough foul flag. They're gonna get the Wildcats. Looks like for either face mask or a horse collar, one of the two. Either way, this is gonna be a 1st down here for the Cobras. Now another flag comes out. That one was after the play. And another personal foul is against the Wildcats as well. So 2 flags against the Wildcats on 1 play. That'll bring up a 1st down for the Cobras. 6:06 left here in the third quarter. 6-0 Middleboro. You're watching the New England Football League here on the New England Broadcast Network. I'm Stephen Erb broadcasting this game. We are here at Foley Stadium in Worcester, Massachusetts tonight. Week number 10 of the New England Football League's 2023 season. Postseason begins next week for the North Atlantic Division. Begins September 23rd for the Maritime Conference. And they're moving the ball all the way up to the 43-yard line. So 2 big penalties against Worcester. Giving the Cobras some good field position now. Ball at the 43. And a pitch out here to Pina. Pina up the middle, down to midfield. Gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Cobras. Still no updates from the game between the Warriors and the Green Jackets. Stay tuned though. We're hoping to get to at least 1 or 2 before the end of this one. We'll reach out again at the end of the third quarter and see what we can find. We'll also might get some updates from Braintree as the Bombers and Riptide look to be the 1 seed in the Maritime Conference. Handoff here to Walker. And looks like he might have lost the yard there. Back at the 49. Once again, the regular season for the entire league ends next Sunday, September 17th, as the Ravens will host the Reapers in the regular season finale. And apparently those 2 teams will fight for the 3rd seed in the Maritime Conference. As we already know who will be number 1 and number 2 between the Riptide and the Bombers, following tonight's game between those 2 at Braintree. So it'll be 3rd if he did lose the yard. It'll be 3rd down and 4, ball at the 49. Now you hear the crowd cheering their Worcester defense. It's a big 3rd down here for the Worcester defense. They're looking to make a stop. Got the offense the ball back. 3rd down and 4. Hear the cowbells ringing. Hands off, and he's going nowhere. There's Walker again on the carry. Going backwards. It's going to be 4th down. Let's see what the Cobras do. Looks like they're going to punt this one away with 4 minutes left in the third. Again, not much action here on either side of the offensive for either team. A lot of defense. I've seen a few big plays from both sides on offense, but only one team has scored here thus far. I'm going to zoom back out to get you the best possible punt camera we can. Second punt of the night, both by the Cobras. 3.5 left in the third. 6-0 Middleboro. And can a lone line drive kick. This one's going to take a Cobra bounce to the 20, inside the 20 and down at the 17-yard line. And that's where the Wildcats will come back out on offense, looking to take the lead. 3:14 left here in the third. We'll be right back. You're watching the NFL right here on NEBN. So the Wildcats have the ball here on offense, ball at their own 17-yard line with 3:14 left in the third quarter. They trail 6-0 against the Middleboro Cobras. Both teams looking to host a playoff game next weekend with a win. Bushy. Fumble the football. Cobras got on top of it. So the miscues continue for this Wildcat offense and the Cobras. Couldn't see who recovered it. I do know the Cobras got the ball right back, just like that. Now they have the ball in the red zone. Let's see if they can capitalize. And again, they need to win by at least 13 points to get the number 1 seed. They also, of course, need the Glensfeld's Green Jackets to fall to the Mass Warriors. But if the Cobras win by at least 13 points, they will be the number 1 seed with a Mass Warriors win over the Green Jackets. A lot on the line here, just on this drive alone for the Cobras. They score here, it's 13-0, and they hold on. Things about to get real interesting here in the North Atlantic Division. But first, let's see what happens on this drive. We have first down and 10. Ball is at the 12-yard line. Pena coming in motion. Can hands off to Walker. Breaks one tackle. That's about the 10-yard line. 3 minutes left third quarter. Big drive here for the Cobras. If they can score here and continue doing what they've been doing all game long, that's going to go a long way for them. And they'll have to wait to see what happens in the game between Mass Warriors and Glensfeld's Green Jackets. If the Cobras win and the Green Jackets win, the Cobras are the number 2 seed. And they'll host the Wildcats next weekend in Middleboro for a chance to go to the championship game. The Wildcats win and the Warriors win. The Wildcats will be the 1 seed. Glensfeld's will be 2. And Middleboro could fall to 4. So again, a lot going on here in the final week of the NFL season. Second and 10 at the 12. Can throws, pass caught. There's Census. Cutting away. Census. End zone. Touchdown, Middleboro. And there you go. That's exactly what the Cobras needed to do. Get into the end zone in this drive. Census with the touchdown. It's 12-0 Middleboro. This is a big extra point here because, again, the Cobras need to win by at least 13 points to have a chance at that number 1 seed. But it looks like they're going for 2. They really want that number 1 seed. Looking to make this a 14-0 game. 1:57 left in the third. Of course, there's still plenty of football left to be played. Well, let's see what they do here. They're going for it. They're going for 2 here. They get a 14-0 lead. If they miss this, a lot could be on the line still for them. And Can throws, end zone, caught, Census. The 2-point conversion is good. And just like that, it's 14-0 Cobras. 1:57 left in the third. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. Cobras on top, 14-0. 1:57 left here in the third quarter. They needed to win by 13 and have the Warriors beat the Green Jackets to host be the number 1 seed in the North Atlantic Division. But if the Green Jackets win, they'll be the number 1 seed. The Cobras will be number 2. And they'll host the Wildcats. At the fumble on the kickoff. It looks like Middleboro has it. Well, let's zoom in and find out for sure. Turn the brightness down and find out for sure as well. Let's see. A flag comes down. Let's see who has the football.
They're gonna throw it on us.
And
They always do.
so no signal. Looked to me like the Cobras recovered that fumble. And there's a personal foul against Middleboro.
That hit official.
And let's... Now the ref's discussing. And there you go. Once again, personal foul against the Cobras. It looks like the Wildcats actually got the ball back somehow. Because the offense is out there on the field. They need a big drive here. I know we still have plenty of football left to be played here tonight. We still have a whole fourth quarter to get through. But this is a big drive here for Worcester. They want to stay in this game. If they go down 3 scores at any point, it could be the end of their chances of hosting a playoff game next weekend. And a whistle. A lot of confusion looks like it with the Cobras defense. So, looks like we have timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. 1:52 left in the third. 14-0 Cobras. We'll be right back. You're watching the NAFL right here on NABN. First down, Worcester ball at the Cobra 49-yard line. Bushy hands off to Givens Perry on. Looks like a little delay there. Cutting up inside to the 40-yard line. Givens Perry, 8 or 9. Need to be just short of the first down. 1:40 left here in the third quarter. Again, the Cobras need to win by at least 13 points. And need the Warriors to defeat the Green Jackets, and the Cobras will be the number 1 seed in the North Atlantic Division. Wildcats need a comeback victory, and the Warriors win, and they'll be the number 1 seed. Both teams could still also fall to the 4 seed. A lot going on here tonight. 2nd and 1. And off to Perry, and Perry has a first down and more. Inside the 35 to about the 31. So gain of 9 there, and we've reached the final minute in the third. What's been a very long third quarter, by the way. We got about 28 minutes of time on my recording. It's been a long third quarter. Of course, we had a fast first half, so it's a balance thing. First down, Worcester, ball at the 31. And don't forget to Perry. Perry up the middle, and tripped up by number 7, who had the interception to start the second half. Sorry about the blur, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry to adjust the brightness, adjust the blur, get rid of all that, so you had the best possible viewing here on the New England Broadcast Network, as always. Final 30 seconds here in the third. Bushy throws and incomplete, short. Intended for number 20. A couple off-target passes here tonight for Tim Bushy, not his best performance. It is now third down, 15 seconds left. It'll be third down and 8. And again, another big third down here for both sides. Wildcats, now they're running the clock. So I think this is going to take us to the fourth quarter. And it is. 3 down, 1 to go. The Cobras are a quarter away. Actually, hold on. There you go. End of 3. The Cobras are 1 quarter away from hosting a playoff game next week. Can the Wilds make the comeback? We're about to find out. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. Start of the fourth quarter. The Middleboro Cobras lead the Worcester Wildcats 14-0. We have an update from Wayland. We'll get to that in a moment after this big third down. Bushy going to run, and he is going to be well short. And I don't understand the play call from Coach Dennis Faulkner here. Running on a third down and long, but you're now 14-0 in the fourth. You got to go through the air here. And I think at this point, the Wildcats will stay on the field. It's the 5th time they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're now 2 for 4 on 3rd down. Missed the last 2 after getting the first 2. So we have an update from Wayland. The Green Jackets lead the Warriors 6-0. No update from Braintree as of right now, but I'm sure Bailey Brewer is live from Braintree High School, so go check her page out. She's probably live. She can get you a scoring update. And the Cobras need the Warriors to defeat the Green Jackets to get the number 1 seed. If they hold on to the win here, they'll at least be the 2 seed, so they will host the playoff game. 4th down and 8. Bushy, low snap. Throwing over the middle, wide open, it is caught! And it's a big first down for the Wildcats. Number 14 with the grab. It's going to be 1st and goal, and the Wildcats are moving. Number 14 with the grab is a 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. A huge 4th down conversion there for the Wildcats. Let's see if they can capitalize. 1st and goal at the 2. She throws and out of the hands of number 27. He had that, and he might have been on his way to 6. He just couldn't hang on to it. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, the Glens Falls Green Jackets lead the Mass Warriors 6-0. And that just might be our last update for the night. The one update we were able to get you due to delays from Wayland. We got some heat lightning here in Worcester, but it's just heat lightning. It's not that dangerous. Not going to be a harm to anybody or anything like that. So on we go. And now 2nd and goal. Clock's continuing to run at 13:20. Left in this one. Cobras looking to hang on and host the playoff game. Most likely host the Wildcats next week. Bushy to Kansas gives Perry, and a nice play there by the Middleboro defense. Making a big stop there. A loss of a couple. It is 3rd down and goal coming up. Cobras have done a great job stopping the Wildcats here inside the 10-yard line here in the second half. So a loss of 4 on that one. You hear the Let's Go Wildcat chants. Obviously we're here in Worcester, so you got the home crowd on their side. 3rd and goal from the 6. 12 and a half minutes left here in the ball game. The Wildcats lose here, and the Warriors defeat the Green Jackets. The Wildcats will be the 4th seed. And a whistle. Looks like we have a timeout by the Wildcats. So we will take one with them. 14-0 is your score with 12:15 left. We'll be right back. You're watching the NFL right here on NEBN. Out of the timeout, it's 3rd and goal from the 6. 12:15 left in the ball game. 14-0 Cobras. Big 3rd down for the Wildcats. Bushy rolling out, throws in the end zone. Pass is caught for the touchdown. Anthony Baxter. And now the crowd really ramped up as the Wildcats get on the board. It is 14-6 with 12:07 left. And now James Villanova coming back out here once again for the extra point, making it 14-7 game. So now the Cobras, a chance at a 1 seed slipping away again. They have to win by at least 13 points. And have the Warriors defeat the Green Jackets. By the way, again, the update, 6-0 Green Jackets over the Warriors. If the Green Jackets win, they will automatically be the number 1 seed. And then with the winner of this game will host the loser of this game next weekend. So James Villa coming on for the extra point. And the kick is blocked. Kick is blocked and picked up by O'Neal, and again, no good. So it remains an 8-point game with 12:07 left. And we'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. Getting a few names wrong here tonight. The first score of the game was by Gerard Walker. Make it 6-0. Second touchdown, what census? I got that one right. And the kicker for the Wildcats is James Viana. And now Pena, I got his name right. He gets the ball up to the 35 for the Cobras on the kickoff. 14-6. Bushy found Anthony Baxter for a touchdown on 3rd and 8. 3rd and goal from 6. We have 11:59 left in this ball game. Cobras looking to chew up some clock, get to the end zone, and ultimately put this one away. Latest update from Wayland is 6-0 Green Jackets on top of the Masked Warriors. Again, if the Green Jackets win, they're automatically the 1st seed. Warriors automatically the 4 seed. And then these two teams will face off again next week. The question is where? Here in Worcester again, or out in Middleboro? We're about to find out. We have 12 minutes left. We'll zoom in. First down, Middleboro, ball at the 35. We'll zoom back out just a little more. Hear the crowd chanting, "Let's go defense." Can hands off to Pena, who breaks a tackle, breaks another, and a third before getting inside the 40, about the 42. So a nice 7-yard gain there for the NFL All-Star. And the Bombers and the Riptide fighting over in the Maritime Conference. For the number 1 seed, the Bombers need to defeat the Riptide by 16 points in order to get the number 1 seed. The Riptide, they just need to win. They can win by 1, it wouldn't matter. They would be the number 1 seed in the Maritime Conference and host the first-round playoff game on September 23rd and end the season hosting the championship game, should they make it that far, on September 30th. For now, a lot to figure out. We'll figure more out by the end of the night. 2nd and 4. And a handoff to Pena. Pena has a hole up the middle, and he trips. Not before getting into Wildcat territory, and Pena was very close to breaking into that one. Looked like the turf monster got him. He hadn't tripped over his own feet or on the turf. Pena could have had a long run. He could have got to the end zone. There was a big hole up in the middle. Ball officially placed at the Wildcat 49-yard line. We are at 10:40 left in the game. So that's a big first down for the Middleboro offense. Looking to chew up the clock, get into the end zone, and look to put this one away. Turn the brightness down a little bit, get you the best possible view. Here we go, first down at the 49. And a hand off to Pena, and this time he's wrapped up immediately. Out down by number 6 for the Wildcats. After a short gain. 10 minutes and counting here in Worcester. 14-6, the Middleboro Cobras on top of the Worcester Wildcats. Wildcats were a 1 seed back in 2021, going undefeated in the regular season before falling to the Western Mass Blitzen Bears in the championship game right here at Foley. Last year, they were the 3 seed, and they fell to the Southern Vermont Storm out in Bennington, Vermont. Of course, the Southern Vermont Storm did not play in 2023. We look forward to their return in 2024, however. 2nd down and 9. So a 1-yard gain by Pena. Can alone in the shotgun. Census in motion. They're going to give it to him. Census back past midfield and out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down here. Scoreboard reads the ball is at the 42-yard line. Ball is actually at the Worcester 47. Now they got it fixed. So let's see. It's 3rd down and what? 3rd down and 8. 9:17 left in this game. Cobras looking to continue to chew up this clock. But this is a big 3rd down. Worcester makes a stop. They can get right back in this game. And right back into the possibility of hosting a playoff game and even possibility to the number 1 seed in the North Atlantic Division. Defense needs to stop right here. 3rd down and 8. Can. Pumps. Throws down the sideline. Caught. Census breaking away. Inside the 25 to the 23. And a big play there for the Cobras. Big first down. Gain of 24 on 3rd down and 8. Clock stopped with 8:34 left. And that was a stop the Wildcat defense needed that they just didn't get. Now the Cobras can continue to chew up the clock. And eventually they'll force the Wildcats to take their timeouts. And if the Cobras get it to the end zone, we might be saying good night here very soon. All right, well, let's wait and see, shall we? Because there have been chances where the Wildcats offense has a chance to get back in this game, and they've failed to do so. First down, Cobras, ball to 24. And hands off to Pena. Pena cutting to the outside. He has room at the outside, and then now he doesn't. Now he's cutting back outside, breaking tackles. Good job there by Alan Britton, coming out of nowhere to try and bring Pena down. Wasn't able to, and then Pena gets a couple. Again, the Cobras continue to chew up the clock as we reach the halfway point here in the fourth quarter. 14-6, they lead the Worcester Wildcats. And with the win, they'll host the playoff game. Whether it'll be the 1 seed or the 2 seed is to be determined. And nonetheless, they will host a playoff game next Saturday night. Gain of 6 there by Pena, so actually a pretty impressive run. Look for a second, it could have been more. Let's zoom in just a little bit. $7:10 left here in the fourth. 14-6, second down and 4 from the 18. And there comes those let's go defense chants from the Wildcats crowd. And hands off to, oh, Can's gonna run on the fake. A flag is down. Can into the end zone for the touchdown, but hold everything. Let's check the marker. This is a huge flag. Let's see who it's against. And it looks like it's against the Cobras. So despite an excellent play by Curtis Can, taking it himself into the end zone, this one's coming back. First holding call of the night. As you heard from the Middleboro coach here up in the booth, he's not wrong. That is the first holding call we've heard all night. Heard a bunch of personal fouls, but not much holding. So now the ball's back at the 26-yard line. We've second on 4. Second on 12, excuse me. Now they fixed the thing on the scoreboard. 6:44 left. We're still chewing up that clock. Looking to put this one to bed. Second and 12 from the 26. And pitches out to, let's see who it is. I don't want to say senses again. It is not. It is Gerard Walker. And Walker gets to about the 22, a gain of 4. So they've reached the 6-minute mark. So now, it's what I call crunch time here for both sides. Won't be long before the Wildcats start taking their timeouts. I'll zoom out just a little bit, get you a better picture here. And it won't be long before the Cobras start just running the ball. Little handoffs here and there. Chew up this clock. Of course, they want to look to ice this one with a touchdown. No update from Wayland. Still 6-0 as far as we are concerned. Green Jackets on top of the Warriors. Again, the Green Jackets win. They're the number 1 seed. Warriors are 4 seed. And these two teams will meet again next week. While those teams will meet again next week, just this time will be in upstate New York. Third down and 8, though. So it's a big third down here for the Worcester defense. See if they make a stop here. 5:15 left. Can. Throws. Caught. And it is caught. Dillingham breaking away. And he's going to be, let's see, into the end zone. Touchdown, Cobras. What a play by Roger Dillingham. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all but going to put this one away. An amazing effort by Roger Dillingham, the third, getting into the end zone after bringing a defender with them. Took him a few seconds, but he got it. And with 5 minutes left, it's 20-6. So if this one holds, the Cobras are going to host the playoff game next Saturday night in Middleboro. And it looks like they're going to go for 2 here. They got a 22-6 game. Zoom in. Best possible view. Much better. 2-point conversion. They are 0 for 1 today on 2-point conversions. Can. Throws. Pass is knocked away by Selig. Intended to look like for Census. But nonetheless, Roger Dillingham III might have just gotten the Cobras a home playoff game. We're about to find out here in the final 5 minutes. We'll be right back. We're watching the NFL right here on NEB. I said 5 minutes left. I'll be technical though, because that's the kind of guy I am. There's 4:59 left in this game, and the Cobras just took a 14-point lead. And once again, the scenario in which the Warriors win, the Cobras are now in the driver's seat for the number 1 seed in the North Atlantic Division. So they need the Warriors to defeat the Green Jackets and hold on to this 14-point lead with 5 minutes left. And that one's going to take a bounce. Gibbons Perry's going to take it about the 22-yard line. Cutting the outside. Now he has nowhere to go. Now he's trying to cut back. Yeah, he's going nowhere. He'll be at about the 25-yard line. Now we're going to zoom back in. It's the Wild Brightness. Hello, Brightness, my old friend. I'll make the joke. Obviously, the song is Mellow Darkness, my old friend. But anyway. So now a big drive here. Sorry, folks. Realized I had my mic not near my mouth. As I was saying, the Cobras are in the driver's seat for the number 1 seed if the Warriors win tonight. And the Wildcats will fall to the 4th seed and have to go to upstate New York. And actually, they have to go to Middleboro in the 1-4 matchup next Saturday. If they hold on to this 14-point lead, they need to win by at least 13 and have the Warriors win. If they do not win by at least 13, well, I'm not too sure. Not sure what happened if the Warriors win and the Cobras don't win by 13. I don't know. I think there might be a chance the Clinch still gets the 1 seed. First down, Worcester at the 25. Bushy. Rose pass is out of the hands of Morrison. And number 20 was almost there for Middleboro. If he was there, he had a pick, he had a touchdown, he would have put this one away 100%. Luckily, it just goes out of the hands of Morrison, and it'll be second down. So again, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, to the official NFL Players Forum. They're going to give you score, or just follow the Green Jackets on their Facebook page. Green Jackets Football Incorporated. How about that? An incorporated semi-pro football team. Of course, they're one of the most storied franchises in all of semi-pro football. We've talked about that before. Go back and check our broadcast between them and the Middleboro Cobras. Hand off to Gibbons Perry. He'll get to the 30, maybe the 31. We got third down here. We've reached the 4.5 mark in this ball game. Still waiting for updates from Braintree, but again, Bailey Brewer most likely live at Braintree High School for that big game between the Riptide and the Bombers. Bombers must win by 16 points to clinch the number 1 seed in the Maritime Conference and potentially host the championship game on September 30th. 3rd and 3 at the 32. Bushy. Pressure going to roll out. And down he goes. Another big play for the Middleboro defense. And it brings up 4th down. Obviously, the Wildcats have to go for it here on 4th down. They're down 20 points with less than 4 left. So this is, I don't know if you can hear that, ladies and gentlemen, but I heard from over by the Cobras benches, they say, this is it, let's go. And they are absolutely right. This is it. If they don't convert here, they're going to have to start taking their timeouts. It's officially a 4th down and 7. So this is it for the Wildcats. Zoom out just a little bit. There we go. 4th down and 7. 3:20 left in the ball game. Cobras lead 20-6. And I got to call a false start on the Wildcats. So backing them up another 5 yards. Make it 4th down and 12. And we're going to zoom out just because they went backwards. Try to get not to get the window frame in our camera. So we have had an issue with that here in Worcester. But it's okay. We do what we can here on the New England Broadcast Network. It's back in a little bit. Get you the best possible view. 3:11 and counting. Big 4th down for the Wildcats. They need to convert here. They need to get into the end zone quick as well. See Politis coming out off the field there. Again, big 4th down ball. It's at the 23-yard line. We are under 3 minutes left. Stay tuned to find out where we will be next week for the NFL as they begin their postseason. 4th and 12, Bushy throws over the middle, and it is incomplete. Intended for O'Neal. No flags. And that's going to do it with 2:30 left. We'll take our final break here for the 2023 New England Football League regular season. The Cobras are 2.5 minutes away from a home playoff game. You're watching the NFL right here on NEBN. So we are going to stick with you here to the end. 2.5 left. Cobras lead 20-6. Ball is at the Worcester 23-yard line. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Get your possible views. I'm out. And here we go. Cobras 2.5 minutes away from hosting a playoff game next weekend. And a handoff here to Pena. Wrapped up. And now it looks like we'll wait for the Wildcats. See if they take their timeouts. Doesn't look like they're going to. Not yet anyway. Yep. I spoke too soon. Call it the announcer's jinx. Oh, it's immediate timeout, so we have to take our timeout. We're going to stay with you, but we're not going to. We'll be right back, right here on the New England Broadcast Network. The ABA on NEBN premieres October 28th as the 413 Elite host the Mass Wolves at the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. Elite Wolves, ABA on NEBN premieres October 28th. Handoff here to Walker. Walker's stuffed. Oh no, he's still going, actually. I looked like for a second there. Still waiting for the blow whistle when we got all of a sudden Walker comes out of that pile and cuts it back outside for about a yard, another yard, maybe two. 2-minute warning. So, and an injury. It looks like number 14 is walking off limping. So we'll take our final break. This will be our final break, I promise you all. Right back. You're watching the NFL and NABN. Zoom in here. 1:58 left. Cobra is ready to host the playoff game next weekend. No matter who they play. We'll have a playoff game at Battis Field in Middleboro, Massachusetts. And a handoff here to Census, who's going way back. Back to the 35-yard line. That's a loss of... maybe a loss of 12 on that play. Oh, my goodness. So the Cobras, they can run the clock down to about a minute and change left, but they can't run the rest of this clock out. It is. There you go. 4th down and 22. Oh, my goodness. Let's see what they do here. Their offense staying out on the field. They're going to take as much time off the clock as they can, obviously. Might call one of their timeouts. And then we'll have to see what happens from there. So here comes Can. Cobras are going for it on 4th down. We have reached, as you see up the top of your screen, the final minute here in Worcester. And now a whistle. .101 left. I'm going to keep it here with you. So barring any catastrophic meltdown here tonight, the Middleboro Cobras will host the playoff game, either as the 1 or the 2 seed. The 8-time champions looking for their 9th ring here in 2023. Will be at home next week. Battis Field in Middleboro, Massachusetts, 7:30 kickoff. Stay tuned to find out if NEBN will be there or in Glens Falls, New York. Because you never know. Oh, here we go. Once again, 4th down and 22. And the Cobras are going for it. Ball at the Worcester 35-yard line. I apologize for the buzzing, folks. I have that problem sometimes. And Can's going to fake. And rolling out, pressure, and down he goes. And so the Wildcat defense make a stop with 54 seconds left. Now let's see if the offense can put something together here. We'll zoom out just a little bit. Look at the ball at their own, about their own 40-yard line. Down 14. So again, if the Cobras hold on here and win by 14, all they need is a Mass Warriors win, and they will be the number 1 seed in the North Atlantic Division and host the championship game on September 23rd. First down ball at the 40-yard line. 20-6, the Cobras lead the Wildcats. Wildcats offense coming back out. We'll zoom in. It's final seconds here in Worcester. While we have a chance, I got to do it. I have to thank everybody who's been a part of the New England Broadcast Network having such a successful 2023 season with the New England Football League. From Stephen Maycock to Anthony Morgante to all the teams, the Cobras, Wildcats, Splits and Bears, Warriors, Green Jackets, all teams, all players, all coaches, thank you for everything, and thank you for a successful 2023 season. It's been a blast. Can't wait to bring in Colby Smith. Can't wait to be part of the postseason here in the New England Football League. It was such an honor to call the league's 30th season a milestone for the league. A milestone for semi-pro football. 30 years of excellence. Here is to another 30 years. Bushy over the sideline, pass caught and dropped by O'Neal. And there's more fire truck from O'Neal. He can't believe he dropped it. Clock stop with 20 seconds left. Once again, Cobras are just 20 seconds away from hosting a playoff game next Saturday night at Bassfield in Middleboro, Massachusetts. Stay tuned to the official NFL Players Forum to find out the final score of the Warriors game against the Green Jackets and the game between the Riptide and the Bombers. Let's see who will get the number 1 seed in the Maritime Conference. That regular season comes to an end September 17th with the Ravens hosting the Reapers, and what presumably is a battle for the 3 seed, which I thought the Ravens clinched last week with the win over the Reapers, but apparently did not. 3rd and 5, 20 seconds left. Bushy. And I heard a whistle blow, now they blow a second one. So they're blowing this play dead. Clock now stops, 17 seconds. And a false start against the Wildcats, bringing up 3rd down and 10. Ball back at their own 40. 17 seconds left. The Cobras lead 20-6. They need to hold on to a 13-point lead. They currently have a 14-point lead, so if they hold on here, they just got to wait to see if the Warriors can pull off the upset over the Green Jackets. Green Jackets and Warriors met once before this regular season, and the Green Jackets came out in a blowout fashion with a 34-14 victory. Everybody thought that was going to be the game of the year, and it turned out to be the blunder of the year. There you go, 3rd down and 10 for the Wildcats. Polite is coming in motion, but she's going to hand off to Givens Perry, and that's going to do it. The Middleboro Cobras will host a playoff game next week. The only question is, will it be the 1 seed or the 2 seed? We will find out. That's it for us here for the 30th regular season of the New England Football League. Final score, the Middleboro Cobras defeat the Worcester Wildcats 20-6. For the Worcester Wildcats, for the Middleboro Cobras, for the New England Football League, and of course the New England Broadcast Network. I'm Stephen Hurt. Thank you all so much for watching all season long. We're not done yet. Postseason coming next week. But for now, good night from Worcester, Massachusetts.